Hello there, and welcome back to my Cobalt Core Let's Play series. This is my series where I try to get a hardest win with each of the 56 total crew combinations. And today I got Dizzy, Drake, and Books as my crew. To start off with, I'm gonna go with the Artemis just because it's a well-rounded ship. And with this, I don't think you need the fourth shield. Yes, you do have Dizzy, so it's a maybe, but I really want the extra hull just for Drake. We also have 3 repair yards as well, so we can get a pretty consistent deck as well. So, 1 max shield, and don't want to do the B upgrade in case we get basic dodge B. That can be very rough for us to deal with. So we're going to get a common artifact. I don't care for the pick 3 uncommon cards, especially when we also have a 3 repair yard track as well that we can try and abuse. And then Photon Condenser. It's a good early game artifact. Oh, I made a blunder. I should have gained a shield. Oh, well. We will have to survive. And then that turn was mostly just a setup for future turns. At this point, the enemy is going to outscale my shielding potential. With not much I can do. With that said, I do also win, so pretty decent. Stun charge is actually tempting just to pick something up that can, deal with attacks. But I'm going to greed. Scaffolding, yeah, I think with low evade, I think that's ideal. And then here, I'm going to remove a card. We have the likes of EMP Slug, and then Photon Condenser with Block Shot is also pretty good. And Mage Hand with Books. Okay, so this is the roughest start. With that set, roughest start with scaffolding, just because you can't sneak between these 2 outside cannons. But with that said, we should be largely fine here. I'm going to ignore Mage Hand for now. I really value just being able to evade. Hit it again, and then move off to the side. There we go, we almost have it. Okay, Shark Pack is tempting. Corrosion Beam is tempting. Converter is also really tempting as well. I'll pick up Shard Pack. And then Overcharger, I think, just for the extra damage, as that's what we have the roughest time in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm only taking 2, so I will gain some evade. There we go, Block Shot, get rid of Corrupted Core. Okay, I was hoping for a block shot, but one basic block is fine. Shield Surge blocks for this turn. And I want the basic dodge to move around. Hit. Okay, we don't take any damage. I'm hoping this doesn't move. Nice. See here. I'm gonna do some damage. Draw. And then deal with that missile. Okay. Hit. And we win. Okay. That was a little bit of a tense fight, but I think we were able to scoot on by. Sunshot is tempting. But for now, I think my deck is fine as is. Heal booster is decent. We can try to get something that can heal us whole. In fact, Drake has something that heals. Books has something that heals. Technically, we saw the card earlier, but it's, I believe, Bloodshot Bolt. Scroll all the way down here. Yeah, it technically heals. With heal booster, it makes it a positive. You just have to have these shards, which we do have it. We just have to find the card again. Razor Beam, though, could lead to an infinite, but with how our deck is, we kind of want the big damage attacks. So Razor Beam is less impactful. So let's go heal booster. I can beat myself later for running into Recalibre. But, yeah. Okay. So this solves for this turn. And yeah, we just have to hopefully get some evade going. Shard Pack's going to make the next turn easier to deal with. Block shot. Do some tiny bit more damage. And there we go. We've kind of stabilized at this point. There we go, we can do the same thing we did earlier. And we lose some shield, but we win. Nothing here is too impactful. And I will remove the last basic shot. Okay. Let's say I get Simplicity. What cards am I removing? I can get rid of Basic Block. I have Shield Surge. Maybe Heatsink. But past that, I don't really have a good third card. So I'm going to upgrade Basic Dodge instead. Ooh, rough. I guess this turn I'm just going to get rid of the cards I don't want. Okay. The game decided to be a little friendly. I'm not going to complain. Okay, we are taking 2 hull here. Okay, we lose our shield, but that's fine. There we go, heat sink just to preserve my evade. Okay, what do I draw? No, I think just moving one to the left is good enough. What do I draw? And then EMP Slug. We haven't been using that card too much, but I have a feeling that's going to become a bit more useful in the later act of this run. And there we go. Overcharger is giving us some decent damage. And let's see here. We do have these shards to support overflowing power. Yeah, I'll pick it up for scaling. Quantum Core, we don't have, like, shard costs we need to worry about, so I'm not interested in picking this up. And then Mitosis is okay. It's some extra defense. And then something like Zero Doubler is nice. We can get some extra evade or some extra card draw. So that's what I'm interested in. I don't think we need the extra energy at all. So let's see here. Zero Doubler, just get that extra energy going. I should have used Heat Sink. Zero Doubler allowing me to draw some extra cards. I'm using Overflowing Power, primarily just to get that fourth shard available. So that way I can do this. Now I deal extra damage. Serenity is a free draft. Well, almost a free draft. There might be cases where I draw this instead of basic dodge, and then I just don't get the extra evade. But for most cases, it's free. And I'm gonna go with this top track because at this point in the run, I'm just wanting to thin out my deck. Heat Sink, block shot, and then I can either play Corrupted Core or Unpolished Crystal. Unpolished Crystal at least gives me a benefit for playing it, so that will be my choice. And then I'll draw 2 cards. Both shields are a little annoying. There we go. Stun is being a little useful. And then it also looks like our scaffolding is paying off pretty well. There we go. We're just doing defensive options this time. And now we have a power drive. Done. Hit for another 2 damage and then dodge everything. Okay, there we go. Hot Compress, that's something that can match up with Heal Booster. With that said, we aren't really losing any hull, so I don't see the point of drafting that. Sure, extra artifacts are pretty much always nice. And let's get that soccer ball off to the side. Okay, we almost have it. There we go. I just needed the basic dodge to get over here. Grazer Beam again. Stun Caliber, that might be nice because I might get rid of EMP Slug. Razor Beam is still a no. Sharp Edges is a maybe. It's some extra chip damage. I think Stun Caliber, just for the extra defense, which we are not doing too well in. Let's remove a card. We don't need basic block. We haven't been playing it too much. Let's see here. Could go for the extra cards. Maybe we get something nice like Thermal Battery. Then we'll go events. Ooh, Dr. Bjorn. Dr. Bjorn is interesting. I don't think we need the extra basic dodge. I think we can get down thin enough to where that's not needed. I guess I'll go no thanks. The Serenity was probably a mistake, which is why I'm not duplicating that card. And then Resonance Forks is going to make something like Overflowing Power easier to achieve. Okay, this turn is solved for. Three? Okay, we dealt with this turn as well. There we go, Overflowing Power. And scoot off to the side. You and you both stun. And then I don't need to move because Temp Shield will tank everything for me. Again, I should have used Heat Sink. Oh, Aggressive Armoring, that is tempting. That's very tempting. I don't think I need it. And then Fracture Detection is just a damage doubler. And then let's get some more shards going. There we go, we don't take any damage. I'm hoping we don't have to worry about missiles. Nope. Ooh. I guess I can move left and be fine. I almost have it. There we go. Now I have it. Again, I just want to thin out my own deck. Remove a card. I haven't been using Heatsink too much, so I'm going to remove it. Block. And then let's get Overflowing Power online. There we go. Okay, I will take 1 damage. That's fine. There we go. Scaffolding really helps in this fight, I'm noticing right now. Currently taking 5, moving 1 to the left would drop it down to 3. Ooh. I think a power drive is more valuable than thinning my deck by 1 card. And now I'm going to try and preserve some hull. There we go, that Overflowing Power game plan is paying off. Because now I'm doing 4 extra damage per hit. There we go, 8 damage, some more damage. Yeah, so EMP Slug probably needs to go. And then, yeah, I don't need the extra energy, so I'm going to get some extra resources early on. Something about books is that while, yes, you do technically have a thinner deck with stuff like Unpolished Crystal, you still need to spend energy first to actually thin your deck, similar to playing Corrupted Core. So that's why the early boost kind of matters a little bit. Even though you might have longer, like, fights. Okay, Overflowing Power is online. Oh. Gain, stun, and then scoot. I'm also curious. Okay, only 2 repair yards this run? You know, if I ran into Tooth, I would actually be happy. So I'm tempted to do 3 events instead of the 2 repair yards. Granted, I know Tooth is not guaranteed to spawn. But it would still be nice. Skip reward. Oh, Bloodshot Bolt might have been worth it. No, I want overflowing power. Okay, can you lay you out? You and you. So then I'll scoot off to the side. Okay, maybe that was a little too greedy. Nice. Hit you. Hit you. Move one more time. 8 damage. It's possible on this turn. Skip for now. Get lucky. Yes, this is still fine. It's a free card removal. I guess we can say goodbye to EMP Slug at this point in the run. Oh, I need to play Overflowing Power first. Then I guess we'll get rid of 2. This is primarily just to deal a ton of damage. And I'm good on evade right now, so I'm not too concerned. Zircon Zip is tempting, but I don't think we need to worry about evade. Our deck is thin as is. Shuffle, is that good? Having a 5-wide ship is probably the worst case scenario. No, I'm happy right now. What artifact do we get? Grazer Beam is haunting us. And then, yeah, we have no use for Serenity. We don't get any heat. And I'm going to risk it to get Tooth. Let's go! Okay, now Buckshot is the next best thing we can get. Okay, so I'm going to upgrade that card. And yeah, we are going to have some fun with it. Okay. Recaliber would have been great here. Okay, if I move right, I have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 either way, but at least on this left side, I already made some. Oh, I forgot I had Stun Caliber. Okay. I don't lose any hull this turn, but the issue is the following one. You know, I'm gonna give up 2 hull just to keep 1 evade. I think that's fine. Okay. Hit again. Gain some shield. Okay, we found where the brittle point is at, which is good for us. And there we go. Only losing 3 hull that round isn't horrible. We want nothing. Jumper cables, again, just to help us get through these 2 cards. And upgrade to Buckshot A. Okay, so I need overflowing power to get up to 4 right away. Hit. There we go. Jumper cable is helping me out a little bit there. Double gain. Okay, that should be our deck fully unlocked. Sadly, we do have trash we now need to contend with. But stuff like overflowing power being readily available is one of the nicer things we have going for us right now. I suppose keeping my deck thin is maybe important. It might not be. Anyways, deal 10 damage. Yeah, deal another 10 damage. I'm fine with taking 3 damage. There we go, keeping my deck thin. We have 30 more hull to get through. Yeah. There is a reason why I like Tooth a lot, and it's because you get to do stuff like this. Can I make this a 15 damage card? I cannot. But yeah, I'm very happy I was able to get Buckshot to work in at least one of these videos. But yeah, otherwise, just to summarize the run, early Photon Condenser kind of helped us a fair bit in the early game, just 1 extra damage every time we did use Block Shot. Also, having 3 repair yards was also useful, being able to thin our deck down a little bit to actually be able to get that Block Shot more often. I did keep around Basic Shot just because of the overflowing power scaling we had, and for Stun Caliber. In fact, I would probably remove Mage Hand first compared to Block Shot, just because I have the potential to upgrade Block Shot to Basic Shot to Basic Shot A, and Stun Caliber can also be used with that. On top of overflowing power now has more shards being fed into it compared to shards going away to be used on Mage Hand. Serenity, I think, was a mistake in the long run. I don't think I really used its benefit at all. In fact, I did think it was a problem for one of my turns. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any comments for how I could make my videos better, or if there was a mistake you saw in my gameplay, feel free to leave a comment down below. I wish you guys have a nice day and take care.